And yet it is time again. Hello and welcome to PLAMonday. Yet another Monday, yet another start into a brand new hot week. My name is 88 to check. You're watching More University live from the workshop that is still very chill. Glad that I can be here tonight and not have to work upstairs somewhere in the studio. Hi Dara Barak, welcome to the stream. Glad you could made it. To check in with the vibes, let's do a little short little weather forecast. Because I've already watered the plant. I already turned on the sprinkler. So let's see what it's up to. So we still we have it's still above 30 degrees. Okay, that was what I figured, but it feels a little colder, and we have still a little bit of southwest wind. Southwest. This sounds like a very nice direction. Southwest. Yeah. Very dry outside, I guess. At least I think this is a dry humidity. Because people always say it's these days it's schwül, so damp, with a high humidity, but still warm. But I don't think so. I don't think so. Hi there, welcome to the chat. Because how can it be damp outside if it never rains? So it's like bullshit. People just say whatever they want to say. So okay, we can do. I will try to finish the Miku today. I'm not sure if I will be able to, but let's see how far we can go. I have this this presentation area where I've dropped the frame as it is. This is what I've already built together. So let me plug the torso because I will work on it. And I've also set up the diorama as well into a strange angle. So it's like right in front of the camera. So this is the max angle the camera can achieve, and the max zoom out. So yeah, pretty silly. But it sits there and it's so big that I can't really store it away. Yeah, but more about that on Friday. I don't think that I will be able to build much off stream this week because I have a few appointments this week that might acquire my attention. So not much hobby time. What's this? Okay, so let's see. I have a Miku drink as well. It's dirty. That's what it is. No, it's like citric juice, like lime juice with water, sparkling water. So yeah. Okay. So let's continue with the instructions. Oki also told me that that there is a graphic in here what parts of the blue runner I need and what parts of the white runner, or vice versa. It's a bit complicated because I can't read the Japanese thing. Of course, I had to translate it, and also I don't know what is the blue one or what is the white one. I mean, it's noted here in Japanese, but still, if this were color pages, at least those two pages, I would recognize them easier. But now it's okay, I don't know. Maybe I will have to just look at the pictures like I did before. But yeah, junk parts. Yeah. I mean, that's what I've also hate about scale figures, when they come with too many accessories or exchangeable parts, because you rarely use them or you rarely really need them afterwards. So it always feels a bit like a waste, to be honest. But yeah. Okay, so there is an E-runner. It's the one with the body parts on it. So we have the the chest, the boobs. Let's see. I'm glad I could swat a fly earlier before I started stream, because that one was really annoying. So yeah. Okay, this one I guess is 12. Let me see if I can like figure this out. Part 12. 12 is from here, okay. And what does it say? I should be able to read this white, okay. So 12 is, but does this mean that I should use those? No, I guess the black ones are the ones that I don't use, because those are white. I've already used the white thingies on her hair, so I need the blue one. So 12 should be blue. See, I can do this. I can do this. So when it's gray, I don't need the parts, and when it's like normal, I need the parts. So okay. So the first one is white in front and blue in the back, or navy colored. No. Okay, and then I also need other parts here as well. Let's see. 2 and 7. 2 and 7. Yeah. Okay, those two. Let's counter reference this with the pictures. I guess hard to. Yeah, but yeah, should be in blue. Navy, okay. In Gunpla there can be sets that have some spruces used by many machines, so sometimes even 1/3 of a runner is jackpot from other model. Huh. I mean, I guess that's like a good thing if you are a well-versed person in the hobby that also does a bit of kit bashing. So I guess it's like having a Lego set with like many extra parts. I mean, Lego doesn't do this usually, because it can, like, for people who don't like really build this all the time, it can be a little bit confusing, especially like for Lego, if you have like so many extra parts that you might think that you missed some of the parts in the actual model. Because some like Chinese manufacturers, like, they have so many extra parts. But ultimately it's great because you get free stuff, especially if it's something like Lego, where you can really use those parts frequently on other things. But yeah, it's also not the most user-friendly experience for like casual folks or beginners. So, oh well. So I hope you had a good start into the week. Like I said, it is Monday. We're started into the week with I guess we will beat our like national temperature record tomorrow. I've rode the bike home. Wasn't that bad. It was like normal. I'm almost got used to the constant heat by now. But yeah. So we have those two mini parts, and then we have the bigger ones. I actually had a little bit of time to prepare before the stream, and so I took the time and I looked up some what's called some showcases for the wall, and I guess there are ones that are like 80 centimeter wide and 60 centimeter in height, and if I pack two against each other, it's like 1.6 meter, and this almost should like span like the whole wall behind me. So I guess I will order them while I still have Prime. Might be a good thing to save on shipping costs for like furniture, and so that maybe in the upcoming, like maybe in September, I will like put them together and remount them behind me. And I also have to do a trip to IKEA and get one of those like boards with the holes in it, like I have here on the workshop, but the IKEA system, because there are like color holders for those little 10 milliliter cans. So I will just put them on the wall, like behind the camera, so to say. Because I've spoke with Oki and he also told me it's better to have them on the wall, because I will not use the wall anyway, and it's better than sacrifice some shelf space. I mean, all of the shelves are full anyway, so I guess he's right. I will do this, and I can print those paint holders by myself and use them as a nice little decoration, because then it's also colorful, you know, if you have the paint tops on the wall. And I want to have them like upright, standing upright, and I have to like let a little bit of space between the racks so that I can put them and lift them up, because I don't want to have them like lying sideways all the time. I mean, even though they are like sealed, but I don't think it's a good thing if the paint is constantly like pushing against the lid. I mean, those like canisters are fine. They are handled nice, but most of the time I have the issue that if I use it a lot and like open and close it all the time, that the paint like stuck to the lid, and then it's hard to open it, and sometimes you need a plier of some sort. So yeah, but it's always the thing. There is hard to get like the perfect canister or the perfect like flask for paint. They almost always come with a downside, each system, I think. Or maybe it's just the way I use them. Maybe it's just me, but usually. John Boyvois, I can't speak French. Feel the heat, Cobra. For the song, I feel way too much heat. Yeah, it's problem is it doesn't get much better during the next days. I mean, they say, okay, tomorrow might be the hottest day, and then it scales back a bit, but scales back a bit means like, oh, it only gets like 32 degrees, so it's not really like cooling off much, and also the nights are getting very warm these days. I'm really toying with the idea to just try and sleep outside at least one day. Only problem would be that there are so many like mosquitoes outside and like stuff. But maybe I will try it like this month, just to try it out, because I don't know when I was the last time when I slept under like an open outside. I guess it must be military service then, because we had we were stationed near the border patrol, and there we had also night shifts, and then we were like camping outside all the time. But usually you weren't allowed to sleep much. But usually we were like at teams of 2, and of course you weren't allowed to sleep during the shift. But usually it was like when there was like a really nice outpost, because some of them were little houses and like the things that hunters use to be like above the ground. We come to the agreement that one will sleep and the other one will do will be awake and take care of the of the surroundings. And most of the time, suddenly both of us wake up like at 5 a.m. and we were like, oh shit, were we both asleep? And of course the main issue wasn't like any bad guys, because we weren't in a war zone. We were just like looking for like illegal immigrants and stuff. And the most like bad thing that could happen was like that a senior or like an officer would come by and see us and scold us. So we were constantly like keeping an eye out for those. And of course other troops as well, because sometimes they might run a prank, because you were like several troops in the area, and you also had like the radio communication, so you knew where the people were relative to you, and we all had maps and stuff. So, and then one troop would leave his station, his post, and the other will come like replace them. It will be like a flying turnover. And of course sometimes they just did not leave the post, just hide somewhere, and then we'll doing some jump scares and stuff like that. I mean, it's a bit crazy, a little silly, because the border patrol time is the only time where you just have a loaded weapon all the time on you, where you have like live ammunition. That's also the reason why usually the people in charge, like the officers and the like generals, not generals, but like the upper rank stuff, was usually quite chilled and relaxed with the soldiers, because they knew if we stress them too much, maybe something bad will happen. So yeah. It was a different vibe than back in the barracks or like the rest of the training. Okay, so now we have the scarf. Zu scarfo. It's like an extra runner. And then we have the tie. It also should be like a bee runner. What's a bee runner? Like, is it like the light bluish one? Yeah, it's the light bluish one. It's a baby blue runner. And there is the tie. It's a tie. Or is it a TIE fighter? And then we need like several small parts. The F ones, and I guess those are like, yeah, those are blue. Blue from the F runner, like the little speakers that she got. One is here and one is here. Okay, I don't know if it's like still a thing or it evolved, because I don't see people wearing them. But we were actually one of the first people that backed those Kickstarter earphones with the cat ears that actually like worked as speakers. It wasn't like a Kickstarter project. The speakers looked a bit like bulky, but okay. Because I know there are like Razer headphones where you can just clip cat ears onto them, but they don't work. They're just like for style. I don't think they even light up. It's just like cat ear accessories. But those were like actual like cat ears on the headphones, and they light up, and they had also little speakers in them, so you could either like blast some music out of those, or like listen to them like regular headphones, or turn them on both. I don't know, maybe. But of course the quality was miserable. I mean, of course the Kickstarter, because it was a really novel thing, gained a lot of money. In fact, so much money that like all of those Kickstarter projects, that sometimes they just are overwhelmed with the success. What also makes me think that no like professional or like real manufacturer ever like grabbed onto this idea. And so we waited a really long time to get those, and yeah, that they were just like really poorly built. I mean, not so much the finish. This was okay. It didn't feel cheap, but the headphones, like the normal headphones, and I guess only the normal headphones, they failed pretty quick. So I guess the inner work, the cables and stuff, they weren't like the highest build quality. And what's a shame, because they looked quite nice. I mean, the sound was abysmal through the cat ear speakers, but yeah, it was a novel gimmick. But yeah, I don't know that if there is like other speakers, especially like from brands that actually know what they're doing, like for example a Razer or a JBL. Would be interesting to know if there is such a thing. Or like some cyberpunk wear in general. So does this actually mean I have to like either this or that? Does this like, it's another one of those things where I don't know what it really says. Let me see. Assemble at the end. Okay. Oh well, then we will assemble at the end. As you wish. Let's do the small ones first. Let's do the tie first. Well. Yeah. I tried to start filming yesterday the B-roll for the next figure review with the Blue Archive Figma with the bike, but yeah, I wasn't able to do it. It was too hot, and problem is also if I open the windows all the way and I turn on the studio lights, or like the intensive lights, all the bugs will come in. So that's also a bit of a problem. They might even ruin the shot if they fly around in the photo box. It's kind of annoying, because usually you don't see them with the naked eye, but on the video file you can see them if there's like a small insect. But yeah. So I most of the time I chilled this weekend. Did not really do anything that noteworthy. I watched Interstellar for the first time because of my free Prime month thingy. what felt like a pretty recent movie, but then I remembered that we already joked about the title like 9 years ago when I was like still at a different company, when I had a colleague, a female co-worker with the name Stella, and you know, so we joked about the title back then. So I know that the movie was out at that time. So we now have a little tie. That's another thing, believe it or not. One of the things I'm really looking forward to buy in Japan are apparel, if I can find some, because it's always a bit like I'm on the edge of like having the right body height. So I'm not like super tall or super X large, but still can be a little bit tricky. But if I find like a nice pair of jeans, like the denim jeans that they have, I might buy one of those, or maybe some anime inspired merch. Stuff that I can just pack into my suitcase and say it was always there. It's just my normal wardrobe. Luckily, I don't have to buy fabrics, because like there is like the fabric district in Japan where you can get really nice cotton fabrics with such cute, like what's it called, textures and prints on them. But luckily I am not like a cosplay person or like a person who sews. I mean, maybe I will just buy some and like give it to my mom, so that maybe she can make some doll clothes out of them. Damn it, so now I have another shopping item on my list. Luckily I don't need much like square meter of fabric, or running, is it called running meter in English, like the measurements for fabric? Because in German it's the Laufmeter. I'm actually quite curious what an English like measurement for fabric is, like the standard. I've learned so much about fabric when I was with Momo. She really liked fabrics. I mean, she really cared about them. Almost as much as I care about figures, she cared about her fabrics. I mean, she didn't work with them much, but she just collected them. And in the end, she gave me a few like really good suit fabrics that I still have. I hope they don't get damaged in the basement. I store them in like plastic boxes. And maybe sometime I will just find a tailor and let them do a suit. But that's the thing, you almost can't find any that do this kind of stuff, where you can just bring the material and they tailor a bespoke suit for you. But it's also really hard to find organic, natural, like fabric things that aren't like plastic. Even with the more expensive brand stuff like Hugo Boss, or like, what's the other one? I don't know, some other like major brands. Even they have like the inner material is all polyester most of the time. And if it's linen, it's so much more comfortable. Okay, so now I can assemble this at the end. The color. Just press it on there. This doesn't really work so well. Why though? Why? Does it just sit there? Interestingly. So let's see for the scarf. If the scarf does if it's improving the situation, because this just sits there. That's empty. Really ugly to cut here within those folds. Don't like it. That's also on full display, so not really sure about that, to be honest. Where's the coarse one? Here. It's right in this fold. Sometimes I wonder if it's really necessary to like do so many like points of contact, like so many gates. Sometimes it feels a bit excessive, you know. Okay, so now let's do the scarf as well. Oh, so this is really like either this or that. Okay. So you can do either the scarf or her normal collar. I see. Okay, yeah, makes sense. I already like figured this out because it looks like either the scarf or the collar. It doesn't look like the collar is here. So you can just, I will just go with the scarf. I mean, it's cold outside, you know. You need the scarf. Unfilled parts, more contacts, better flow of plastic. Oh, okay. Huh. Really? Compared to classic model kits like Revell, etc., those are heaven and hell. I think I built like a few Revell kits in my youth when I was like a teenager, like a young teenager, like 12, 13, I guess, around that time. So I can't really like, no, I don't know how the quality of those kits is, especially like nowadays. But yeah, funny, but since like Wonderfest was a few weeks ago, like 2 weekends ago, I guess, now people start to build all the garage kits they bought from Wonderfest, because most people like use the Wonderfest to buy garage kits. And there is also this like bubbly thing in the resin that I know very well. When I did my model kits, I also had like those, when bubbles, air bubbles get enclosed in the resin, then they form those little like holes, like cheese holes, I guess, like on hair tips and stuff like that. And of course, if you want to have it like really nice, you have to fill this with, I guess it's like, you know, doing some teeth, like some repairs where you have to put in some material and yeah. So okay, this is like the upper body. Oh no, there's like on the back side there is something missing. Okay, F11. Let's see if this is blue or white. Let's see. It's blue. Okay. It's all about the contrast. So we have the mounting pack hole for the stand that is also included. Sometimes you can see there are little pits in some parts, and if there is two little gates. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like all engineered to a point where it all makes sense, even if you can't really see it as an uneducated person. It's like the same thing with like the chips bags. They always like complain that, oh, there are too less chips in a bag and it's all filled with air, and now they have those like air bag packs where you can't really press them together. But apparently, if you listen to the manufacturer, it's like the golden ratio between air and chips, so that most of the chips will be undamaged and come out in one piece, unscathed. And we are really like talking about like really small things here, to be honest. I mean, all those parts, and they have to fit, they have all those little details on them. So it's kind of amazing that we can produce something like this for almost no money, I would say. I mean, don't get me started what those like kits cost in production, if you would be able to get them. Especially if it's like something like those frame arm girls. If they once have like the frame figured out and the system, they can develop from there, and it's all very, very streamlined. So yeah, okay, so now we have the body thing. So the torso is ready. Now let's go for the skirt thing, where all the color separated parts belong together. So let's check this out. Let's check those out. Where is it? Here it is. So here is the part with the, like, the scarf is only like really loosely connected, I think, but I guess it's okay. Once the head is there, it will suffice. I can also glue it, but then I can't remove it anymore. I was just thinking maybe you can finish this Miku by the August. It's Miku Hatsune birthday that day. If not, oh, it is like, oh, it's her birthday. If not, the life would still fall on her birthday anyway. Huh. I don't think, I hope I can do it like earlier, to be honest. But maybe I can do like a photo with the kid on that day, because usually I don't really like, you know, show off the kids when they are done. But maybe I can do this. Yeah, I always thought, should I be like that, like nerdy? I don't want to say creepy person, but like nerdy person who at least writes down most of the anime characters' birthday in a separate Google calendar. I mean, I can totally do that. At least I would have like something to display, because I have this like monitor in my entrance room that like now shows all the data, like calendar and weather and stuff like that. So yeah, and I guess also there would be like a document that you can just, you know, just download and put all the dates for the characters in there, and you just have to like add a couple of them that you might also like. Yeah, maybe I have to do this because I never like know those little details. I know that some persons are doing like celebrations for their favorite characters, but I was never like one of those persons. Some at some points I was doing a figure photo, and then I looked up some informations for the description and for the flavor text, and then I noticed, hey, this character's birthday is in like 3 days from now. So I was like, okay, so I can push the release 3 days out and maybe get some extra attention, some juicy extra attention, you know, all for the clicks. But that's the only thing that I ever like really has taken care of this. I mean, I don't even I don't even care for like holiday photos. Like the only thing where I all the time try to do it is Halloween, to do a Halloween picture. But other than that, yeah, no, I don't really do those like Christmas photo or like Easter or stuff like that. No, nah. So now I guess I have to cut all those open. Use the small parts. Some kits like the one gold chrome plate ones have undergates, so connection points are hidden. No scarf cutting. Yeah, those are nice. The undergator. Well, those are like really like nice parts. That's what I meant. So they are like pre-cut and I can assemble them. So and there is a pack hole in here as well. So but I don't know what part is what. So are they numbered? No, I guess I had to look it up in the package then. I mean, they have like separate packs that connect, so this can only be this one, I guess. Okay, so this is the one for that, and this is the one for that. It looks totally different though. Let's just stick those together. Okay. Yay. I mean, they aren't aren't as nicely done as I would have thought. So I still have to sand them a little bit. Of course, the blue is a little bit like unthankful. Get some stress marks here all over the plastic. Those darker colors. Maybe I will encounter some gold-plated parts when I do the Buster Doll Palantir kit that I still have, like from like 2 years ago, that I guess I will do next because I really have to build this. Doesn't get better if it's still in the box. So now we have like the little scar thingy, and then we need one of those things, I guess. Oh no, we don't. We just need something from the F runner. Okay. Is it a blue part or is it a white part? Let's check. Let's check. We need 13 and okay, those are the white parts. Makes sense, so that those parts might be white. So 13. Okay. It's like a pan where the ball fits into, and then we have 23. Yo, it's a double thingy. Okay, with a little knob in the front. That's important. And then we have from the E-runner, where the clothes are, the side parts. Okay, nice. Okay. I only remember the birthday of favorite characters, and it's always a nice motivation to create a theme photo of them and post it around that time. I even have a special calendar where I keep, okay. It's like a written one or like a digital one, because digital, I guess it's easy, because I think if you type in like Google Doc for anime character birthday, you will find some Reddit posts where somebody provides something like that. I've prepared some. Yeah. That's smart. I mean, I would do this as well if I could like do like really have a backlog on pictures that I can just release like that, and so now would be a good time to release this photo. There are 3 kinds of gold in Bandai plastic. Ooh. Is it Thor's gold? One of them. But Master Doll is, I guess, is Kodo. I think, yeah, it must be a Kotobukiya kit, if I'm not mistaken. Whew. So yeah. At least from what I have seen is that the Buster Doll is once again one that you can build in different stages. But then again, why should I do the ones that have like only underwear or like minimal parts on them and display it like that? I mean, wouldn't make sense for me, because I want to have all the parts on display. It's actually a physical calendar. I'm not really a fan of digital calendar. Notes or similar things. Oh, very old school then. Yeah, like I said, I have like this when I moved here, I've hung up this digital picture frame that's like basically just a TV and a picture frame, and it displays all the things that you basically want. You can even like have stock tickers on them and stuff like that, or if you're like really knowledgeable, you can program something yourself. And I wasn't a fan of like doing like appointments or stuff like that in digital form as well, simply because I was too lazy to just keep track of them. And now I just thought, yeah, why not start with that? And luckily for me, I don't have many like really I don't have a really tight schedule. I don't have like really much appointments that I would run in danger to forget something or to miss something. It comes in handy like for small little notes, because I like for the whole entire year I've created a to-do item for like when I have to put out the trash, because now if you live in a house, you have to put out the trash can every 2 weeks on the side of the street so that it can be picked up. And if I wouldn't have like done this, I would constantly forget. I mean, it's a nice clue that you can see all the other trash cans on the street, but sometimes I would actually like forgot it or something like that. And then of course I also started what's also a novum for me as a person. I also started to care about the birthdays for my coworkers. So I guess 2 years ago I started like quietly asking around for like the most knowledgeable people in almost like social knowledgeable people in our company when everybody's birthday is, and so I also like wrote this down in a calendar, and so now it reminds me of their birthday. Little stuff like that. So maybe I will do it with anime characters as well. I mean, I had also, you can like, in the app, you can download or set like funny calendar stuff. There is like something where it tells you like the funny fact of the day, or you can just toggle in all those like celebration days, like National Vegetable Day or like National Flag Day and all stuff like that. But it's simply too much. There's like the whole calendar is like filled with all kinds of nonsense, and the really important stuff gets pushed away. So I quickly discarded that. I mean, I still have the US holidays marked there, usually because I want to be reminded about that the stock market is not open. But yeah, I don't know. That's the whole thing I have. First, I eyed with those, like, there's this company who does this digital display that usually is like the ones that you have on old train station or on old airport landing areas, where it's like those rotating displays that can, like, you know, the segmented things that flip through. But those are really expensive. Holy shit. They have like the classic display that is kind of huge. It can display up to like, I guess 50 characters, like 3,000, 4,000 bucks. And then now they have like a smaller one that can show less characters. But yeah. But now I have this monitor and I'm quite happy with it. At least this is what I would say if it doesn't like freeze constantly all 10 days. Don't know why. I guess because it's just a television set that has a Raspberry Pi bolted to it, so it's very like kind of homebrew, and every like 10 days it just freezes or like doesn't connect, and then I have to switch it off and on again. Luckily, I've created a hidden switch in the cellar staircase so that I can just, you know. Because the thing with those displays is, if you want to have them nicely mounted, you have to come up with a solution for the electricity. Because nothing is like more ugly if you have like a TV set mounted to the wall, or like a digital picture frame, and then there is an ugly cable that comes straight from above. So yeah, that's the thing. But since we were able to go through the drywall into the cellar staircase, we managed to get the electricity from there, and now it's like magic. It just hangs there and looks awesome. And when people come over, you can just, you know, put their name on it like a company would do. But yeah, I actually like the display, even if it's not perfect. Even if it's not perfect. I mean, if you want to have something special like this, there is no much variety. There is a little Amazon display that does the same thing, but this is just like the size of a larger tablet. It's meant to be like mounted in the kitchen or stuff like that. Basically an alternative for those smart fridges now that have a display inside of them, or like on the outside. Inside would be a little bit silly, but maybe this will be a thing someday. Like to have a inside display of a fridge, you know, make it appear larger than it is. I don't know. So Miku's birthday is on the 31st of August. I know that she is like, isn't she like also forever 17? Or was this Mirai from Smart Doll? Her canonical age. This reminds me that I still ordered, for a friend of mine, I ordered one of these larger Miku statues that actually lights up. And I guess maybe it's, I guess it has to be released at some point, because I've ordered it like last year. So, and hopefully I will get it, because I ordered it via Oki's shop, because I wasn't able to order it elsewhere, because of, I guess, rules and regulations. So I trusted him, mainly because it wasn't my figure. I was just like, yeah, I don't care if it's there, it's there. I will just pick it up and give it to my friend. Guess I won't even do like a review, because I'm scared if I damage something. Never liked the idea of like reviewing other person's figures. Forever 18, all those. Yeah. Is she 18 or is she 17? I don't know. Wouldn't she like be still underaged in Japan? Isn't this like also a country where you have like full rights with 21? Like drinking and voting? Are women even allowed to vote in Japan? Yeah, I guess they are. They have a female prime minister now, so. So there is this little knob here, knobby knob, that goes in those little indent. And now we have a little cradle with a little knob. It almost feels like a small character. And now we can do those two sides. Okay. Press it together. Okay. Can I still remove it? Or is it forever stuck? I want to have this a little bit more clean. Better. Okay. And now we just stick it onto the skirt part, I guess. How does it work? Here? And okay. This is such a weird system, to be honest. I mean, it works, but it's an interesting connection. They're just like little like sidelines, and then just stick it together. But it looks nice. Okay. It works, why not? So now there is something where we have to take care. Like, do's and don'ts. C. So now we are getting into the flesh parts. C8, C8, C8. Oh yeah, so I have like, but that's also the case with like doing figure photos or celebration photos for well-known characters like Miku. So I'm sure there is tons of people who want to take a picture of her on set date. So there will be of course much competition. It's like the same if you do like Halloween or Christmas. I mean, Christmas is like a few days, Christmas time, but especially like Halloween or New Year, where it's just one specific day and then it's basically irrelevant. Gotta say it right now. I'm I'm going to sleep. See later, alligator. Okay, yeah. Have a good sleep. Have a nice rest, and wish you all the best for this week. Bye bye. Yeah. Right now I'm a bit like annoyed to scroll on X or like yeah. I guess it's only X. These days, with this like tap to unfold trend that apparently the Japanese started. So because there is this way that you can like hide certain areas of a picture, I guess it's like a glitch in the display compression thing. And so yeah, my feed is like full of like halfly like loaded pictures and like fragments of pictures where you have to tap and then you see everything, but you see everything like in a like weird glitchy way. Sometimes it doesn't even work. Sometimes you see it regardless if you tap or not. So it's a bit wonky. Don't know. It's like the thing, if something gets popular, like a meme or something, it's the same with those AI image generating memes when there was like Studio Ghibli or something. Everybody does it. I mean, it's nice to see it once in a while, but if everybody does it, it's like The Incredibles. If everybody does it, no one does it. No, it still everybody does it, but it's not really interesting. I mean, and it does not also have like a benefit. It's not like, ooh, what could it be? Because usually they just hide the more obvious things, or you can almost guess what will be underneath. So it's not even like a spoiler tag where you just hide it all and what could it be? Especially if it doesn't work, or if it's like if you're on a device where you basically can't see it. But luckily, also this trend will fade away rather quickly, and then it's all back to normal. So okay, so now I have to take care of this part. It should look like this. Or should it? Yeah, it should look like this. Hopefully. Okay. This is a rather strange build, I gotta say. Strange techniques, but yeah, it looks like the thing in the picture, you know. See? It's this, and then I can just. It's the same. Can't really see it, can't you? No, doesn't really matter. It's okay. So there is another C7, C5. Those are I guess strange little connecting points for her legs, I guess, in the end. In the end, it doesn't even matter. Today I got my shipping confirmation for the figure that I ordered for July. And also the second Girls Frontline Figma, because of course I ordered both of the characters. I was like, I only ordered one sister. It's a bit strange. But yeah, I've ordered both of them. But they released in on different weeks or months. So yeah, next figure package will be full of Girls Frontline figures that I will also not unbox. Ah, the Miku is going fine, I guess. I'm currently doing her like upper lower body, but some things are already finished. So we have the head with the hairs, with the twin tails. Can't even like show this because the did I break something? No. Now it's better. Can do the split, the Miku twin tail split, and then we have the upper body, lower body. So a few parts are still missing. But yeah, welcome to the chat. Guess I can finish her today. It's a matter of endurance, and also of course how long I will be willing to stream. I mean, it's not much that I will just miss upstairs, despite of the never-ending heat. So maybe it's better I work here all night and sleep here in the workshop as well. So, but yeah, I guess if I want to continue this next week, I also have to decide if I really want to do something with her, but I guess not. I don't see the appeal of painting her. I mean, the skirt is really good color separation on those parts. Those are like molded parts with two separate colors on them. So it's really nice. Needs a bit of panel lining, of course, yeah, because there are like some mechanical looking parts, and then I just sprayed with a flat top coat, because the hair are like this special color, satinish. And if I paint this, I mean, I would just make it worse, let's be honest. I don't think that I can improve on that much. But yeah, I might also as well look for the showcase to be mounted so that I can finally display all those kits that I've built. Of course I did it the wrong way. Okay, so of course there are two sides to this, and of course I did it the wrong way. So that's the one that should be on the back side, and it's an interesting build. I wonder if all the frame arm girls are built this way, not just the music ones. Okay, so what's next? What's next on the list? Some panties. Awesome. Oh, it tells me that I should really glue something. Was this icon there before somewhere? I don't think so. Those are like breaking thingies. No, I guess it's the only... No, yeah, hot glue, yeah. Of course. I mean, Oki like got a figure to repair, and the person who gave it to him did try to fix it with hot glue. It was a mess to get rid of it, with like heating it up and removing it. So yeah. Okay, so two parts of panties, and I can just glue those together, or melt those together. I guess it's the better term. Oh well. At least they are not striped or something. So they are supposed to be all white, maybe with some light shading. But yeah. Well. Okay, so those things belong to the part. Awesome. And that as well. So now we just... What do we do with those parts? Ah, okay. I see where this is going. Or do I? No, let me see. Like this. Turn it like this. And that's the part, of course. Yeah, okay. Goes like here. Yeah, okay, this works better. And that's the one for the front. And we can glue it here. Okay. Oh, where is the plastic cemento, eh? Hello, darkness, my old friend. I have to talk to you again. Why doesn't this fit together? Huh. Annoying. Very annoying. So much for the good fit. Ah, now it's in there. Okay. We will never be able to take this apart again. No, it does not. It doesn't work. Huh. is going on in here? Something strange. Okay. Let's put this together at once. Okay. And then I can just okay. I don't get it. Okay. Is this the correct way? No, it's not. It should be like this, but this way around. Okay. Yeah. Now it's okay. Can I just... I can't because I have to... I can imagine that this is such a struggle. It just sits in there and just constantly wants to push outside. Okay, let me contrast this to the actual part where I can see it in front, because this is the front part. I should go here. Okay. Yes. So far so good. Okay. Now I guess I have it. It's together now. It's together now. Well. Still wants to wiggle a bit, but I can just use some plastic cement on here. And on the other side as well. Okay. Well, that was a strange struggle. I hope this is the right way. I guess we will see it in a short period of time. But I think this looks correctly done. And now for the side parts. The skirt parts, additional skirt parts. I have 3 of them. And they belong on here. Oh, they clip really nice into place, I think. That's quite something. Also, they just, I mean, you can upskirt this, but yeah, those can, that's nice. What model kits do you plan to review next? Usually I don't really review model kits, because I have to be lucky if I don't break anything while building it, so reviewing them with all the parts and the poses would be even more stressful. But the next review, the next major review that might come out in August, hopefully, will be the Blue Archive Figma with the bike that came out like last year. So yeah, it's still a posable figure, and I have to start filming, I guess, over the weekend. But filming those like posable action figures or Nandroids is always a bit more involved, because I have to like do different poses and show off all the accessories as well. But yeah, that's the next one. And since it's a figure with a race bike, I can also do some real life bits with my bike as well. And so yeah, will be something that hopefully comes together quite nice. And yeah, well, I will try to do as many like figure reviews and photos until like Christmas or like New Year's Eve, and all the figures that aren't like touched until New Year's Eve, I will just open and unbox on New Year's Eve live stream like we did last year. Will be quite a lot, I guess. If I keep up this abysmal pace, will be quite a lot. Yeah. But building the next model kit I might build will be, I guess, the Buster Doll Paladin that I have somewhere in the studio. And so now, this is those parts, and then, oh, there is like a front hinge part. Oh, ooh. So very involved. F25, so let's see what the color is on those F parts. 25 is a blue one, okay. Okay, a blue one. But since the diorama is so in almost a really nice state now, I will focus on the diorama in August, and try to do the figure photo as soon as possible. And yeah, that's what I want to do. And maybe I'm crazy and I will use 2 figures for this diorama. That will also help me to keep my pace up. And after that, I will do a small diorama for the bike Figma, for the Blue Archive bike Figma, that will actually be displayed in the studio for a longer time. So I have to be extra diligent to build it, because it has to look nice on display and not just look nice on a photo. I've done this once for the bike Miku as well, that I still have. I had this displayed in my office for a year or so, and yeah. Of course, it's always easy to impress like normal people with stuff like that. It's like, wow, you did this all by yourself, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess it's cool. because normal uninspired people are easy to impress. That's the good part about this hobby. So I have this larger front skirt piece. I think that's the one that I need. And then there are two side ones, E12 and E3. Well, that's let me check about this. Ah, okay, those are the flaps. Okay. All clear, all clear. Yeah, okay. It's supposed to be like white, because I was like, oh, are those the only two white parts that aren't like part of the skirt that I might have to like paint or something? But no, it's all good. It should be white. But earlier we discussed like birthdays for anime figures, because Miku's birthday is creeping up by the end of the month, and yeah, maybe I should this should be my New Year's resolution, that I will do a separate calendar for all the anime characters' birthdays, and I will try to route my production schedule around those if possible. Oh man, I was like, since I constantly get now those ads for semi-professional camera rigs, automated rigs, I looked up the website, because it looks nice, like all those like ads, they always sound nice and awesome and look and sound too good to be true. And so I looked up the website, because I know that such systems exist, and I've even seen some YouTube folks using those camera, like automated tracking camera rigs and stuff like that for production, like product production videos. And yeah, I looked up the prices of those rigs. The one that would make the most sense, or would like elevate my production to another level in terms of movement and freedom, is like, I guess I've ended up $7,000 bucks, something like that, without a tripod, because I guess those like equipment is rather heavy as well, so I would have to need a really steady tripod. I mean, they have like this one tripod that costs almost like $3,000, that is like a fully motorized tripod. And it's like cool, because you can like adjust, like usually you have a tripod and you can just, you know, extend the legs like in a section of 3, and you have those little fastening things that you can open and close to lock it in place. And that one is like fully motorized, so you just like, you set it up, and you I guess you can choose the height on your app, and it will just go to this height, self-level, and you know, but it's awesome. And I don't think that the price is like really crazy high for what it is, especially if it does work. But my fear with a tripod is, what if something breaks? What if one of the motors break? Then I don't know. Because with a normal tripod, you can just basically never like break it. I mean, if you have a quality tripod from a recognizable manufacturer, you can spend good money. I mean, I've already like spent $1,000 on a tripod once for like outdoor photography, like carbon, and it's not even that crazy. It's just small, lightweight, but still like durable. And you know, that's not crazy money, but you cannot really kill this thing. If you lose a screw, you can just replace it, and if something gets loose, you can tighten it again. So, but if everything is motorized, I don't know. What if you make your own tripod? I don't know. I'm not like a metal worker or something. That's like, oh, it's the same thing to build your own stuff is, I mean, everything can be a tripod. Well, two empty cases of beer can be a tripod. That's not the problem. But yeah. And for now, I'm quite happy with the tripods that I have. The most impressive one that I've ever seen was when I visited a studio that was like doing professional product photos, like for food and stuff. So if you see like a commercial for like a burger, for like a recipe or a cookbook, they do the pictures of that. And they had like, they photographed it. I mean, this was like almost 20 years ago, but they did it analog with the real big camera, like it was full format, like pictures, so sensor like this, size like a postcard, crazy high production value. And they basically used a tripod that was just a massive pillar of iron in the middle of the room. And the tripod alone was like 200, 300 kilo. So you cannot really move this thing around. It was fixed in place. And they even had to replace because they operated from a studio apartment, from an old studio apartment in Vienna. And they usually don't have the best floors. So it's all wooden floor and it's uneven and cranky. And so they had to replace the part where the tripod was with like a slate of like stone, like granite or something like that, or marble. So crazy. Well, what was the most like impressive tripod that I've ever seen? But yeah, this one in the commercials looks so awesome because it apparently move around like a dolly. I guess if you have the right floor, because that's always the thing. A dolly is nothing too complicated. I mean, a wheelbarrow can be a dolly as well, or like one of those Segway scooters. But if you have an uneven floor, a dolly will be much more complicated to use, especially in the old days. Nowadays, it's kind of doesn't even necessary if you have like this gear on you where you have the camera fixed into place, this gimbal thingy where you can basically jump around and the camera will stay in place. So yeah. There are some new achievements that were made in the past, but yeah, I'm really like thinking about if I should get at least the thing that spins the camera around, because you can like track the shots and you can really go 360 degrees around the figure, not just turn the figure around, but the camera can go around the figure or the thing as well. But then again, of course, they only show production when you do like bigger objects like cars and stuff, where you can really like go from A to B, where you have like where movement basically makes sense. You know, if you have a car, then you can fly into the car with the camera crane, stuff like that. But if you have a figure, even if you like a scale figure, they are kind of small. So if you have like movement in there, you will be like shooting over the target in no time. So I don't know if it's really, I mean, you could do this with like crazy high focus length, so that you use a macro or even like a tele lens, but I don't know. I don't know if it would look good, but I don't know. Well, I was thinking like outdoor reviews, outdoor shooting with those things would be really nice to do. I also don't know, I have to look in how this whole thing is operated in terms of power, because I could imagine if this is like that stable, it can carry like up to 12 kilo, what would be like a normal camera, a professional camera with like good equipment on it. I assume that it would be hard to power this thing on battery packs. So, because if it's powered via cord, then you cannot do this outside, would defeat the purpose of it a bit. But yeah, maybe I will invest in something like that. Maybe I should also look up other like brands as well. Okay, so those are the flaps, and now we place the flaps onto... It's already connected. When did we connect this? When did we connect this? We did not. Okay. We did not. We just... No way. This goes... Simply goes up there? Huh? Oh. Okay. How? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it's now a little thingy. And then we have the leg part that goes in there. Okay. Okay. Is it all the way in? Oh, now, so strange pressure point. Ooh, scary stuff. Okay, this actually looks nice. Gotta say, this looks really nice, and it is sturdy. It does not fall apart. If I compare this to the like skirt that the Saku unit were that constantly fell off, that's a really sturdy. That's a really sturdy build. Cool. I like it. Don't like the thing here. Oh my god, why is this so... Okay, is it like double jointed? Hopefully this will make more sense when the body is in place. Okay. So now let's do the marriage. What does it say about this, about those packs? Let me see. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. What does it say? It says, press the gray part to attach it to the upper part. So those are my pressure points. Press here to attach it. But one excuse the LG has was that it's very outdated. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Maybe it was also the reason why some of the parts broke off so easily. Plastic is getting old and fragile. Poor plastic. Poor plastic. Okay, so what's with that? What's with that? Why is something in a different color here? I don't get it. But yeah, this comes together quite nice. Okay, okay, okay. So now little what is it called in English, where you can just never tip it quite over? It's a Stehaufmännchen in German. Okay, now the arms. We haven't even built arms and legs now. Oh my god. Oh my god, so much to do. Okay, let's put this over here. Let's drink something out of my Miku shaker cup with the dirty thing inlay. Citrus. Okay. CC. Oh, look at that. These are the things that we spoke earlier, I think. This is like some damage in the runner parts, like holes. Looks like Swiss cheese. It's not a problem, but just wanted to point it out. A note to quality control. There is a faulty thing. C1, those, okay. I find it kind of interesting that there aren't many like soft, squishy parts for the joints. The same, really normal plastic here. Okay. Those are the arms, okay. So the good thing about the Miku in general, I think, is that the skin parts are rarely visible. So in terms of like part gaps, should look okay in the final thing. Now also this week or over the weekend there was quite some buzz around the FX Kurumi Sensei anime that I guess got now like the release date confirmed in October. So somewhere in October the anime will air. So as always, October will be the best of month and the worst of month for me. I guess as soon as the anime will air, I will regret that I started to read the manga like all the way through, because basically I know now what will happen. the only saving grace would be that I read it like so long ago that I don't know exactly what happens anymore. I already forgot some of it. And of course, one could only imagine how far the first season will go into the story. I have a suspicion, but you know, you could never know it. It's either this or it's I don't think it will go over this one like major arc. Maybe it's just a part of the arc. Come together right now. Quack quack. Yeah, cha. Very nice. Okay, so then we have like a bee. What's a bee? Is it one of those baby blue? B is for baby blue. 11, B11. Okay, so it's just some round parts. Speakers as well. And I do this 2 times. Okay. And then we have the whole hand part. Okay, let's keep it up. I guess the sleeves are blue as well. Okay, so we need the blue runner. 18, 15. Okay. F1 and a J. What is a J runner? Never heard of that. That's just an empty thing. No, what the heck is a J runner? Oh, that's the clear parts. Ah, the clear parts. There are 2 clear parts here. Ooh. You can't really see those clear parts on her sleeve. But there are 2 clear parts here. I mean, if you know, then yeah, it's a different thing. But that's actually nice that they put a clear part here. Makes it a bit more special to look at, I guess. This is where her, I guess, control units are, like on her sleeve. I ever wondered what like Miku would look like if they had to come up with her design today, because I could only imagine that she would drastically look different if this was designed today. I mean, of course, Miku can look whatever she wants because there are so many like figures and styles nowadays, but the base concept that they always have to refer to when they do like a classic figure or classic like depiction of her, they have to refer to this old design, you know. And so I was wondering what this will look like if someone would design this today. Because if you look at the initial original design or like drawings of Miku, then already you can see that it's a bit outdated in some areas. And so yeah, because like the style, especially the style of Moe, changes all the time. And interestingly enough, most of the time I'm with it. Because back then, let's say when I started with anime and manga, the most cutest thing that you could like imagine was like the Dogon Donge Kogo, I don't know, the Didi Charat and Peter Tan mangaka style with like the really big eyes and the like really detailed eyes. Like all the characters basically had it, and like Key, the visual novel publisher, was like famous for that design language. And over time it got like more minimalized. At time then we had like this minimalistic phase of Moe, with like the Lucky Star characters and stuff like that. So it changed over time. And like most of the time I'm with the new design, because nowadays if I look at those older character designs that were supposed to be cute like 25 years ago, I'm like, I don't know, this doesn't look right anymore. This is a bit uncanny. Some styles aged quite well, I gotta say, but others not so much. I mean, prime example would be the first ever, like the first 3 or 4 Nendroids they released. They looked horrendous compared to today, but they were like, I don't know, they weren't even like styled like the characters, I think. But still, they hadn't figured it out yet what they want to do with the line, I guess. So it looked a bit more like super deformed and stylized. Kind of like this Good Smile Hello figures, the figure line that they brought out, where it's just basically their version of a Funko Pop, let's be honest. But yeah, that's also the thing. Not only character designs can change over time, but also like figure designs, because like Funko Pop was considered like really like cute looking at some point, I guess. But then people got accustomed to it, and now it's, of course, it's terrible, and you know, people don't like them. But if you do it over and over, it's the same style. I guess at some point it gets old. And yeah. But when it came out, it was fresh. I mean, it was kind of novel. But then, of course, some figures in that style work, and others not so much. So, but that's the same with Nandos in general, because like Funko Pops look good on like more cartoonish characters. They can even pull off a semi-decent design. And Nandos as well. Nandos look good on anime characters, but some of those more like Western Nandos, like Disney characters, I don't know. It's like you try to press something in a mold that doesn't really fit. It's like, you know, trying to press a round thing into a square hole. It doesn't go together that well. I'm really glad that later Nandos came much cuter. Definitely improved. I mean, the thing about Nandos is you would assume that all the Nandos are the same, but actually they changed the face mold and the head system in general quite often. Nowadays they have not changed it in a very long time, I think. But Nandos in the like double digits and low triple digits, they have totally different head sculpts and head mounting systems, so they aren't even compatible with the newer ones. I mean, that's the problem when you have like such a long-running series and you want to update the design but also like keep compatibility. It's like with a tech company. They can like make it backwards compatible for quite some time, but sometimes they have to move on and, you know, kill some old past things. But yeah. I mean, I'm quite curious that we never have seen a real competition to Nandroids, like a different brand that comes up with a similar idea. Okay, so let's see. Put this together. Oh. That's nice. I mean, it's like a little speaker unit by itself. Oh, it's very smooth here. Okay, so now I have to do the clear part. And as we all know, clear parts are scary. Guess they are. Not so happy sounds. Okay, so let's set in the clear part. I wonder if there is no there is no sticker that comes underneath, or is it? Oh, I guess it's on the thing then, isn't it? It's on the clear part. Yeah. It goes on top of the clear part. Huh. Honestly, I'm not really sure about that, because in my opinion this should be underneath the clear part, because it's a display or something. I don't know. I will let the clear part slide for the moment. I will decide later if I put this like control panel underneath the glass. I don't know. I have to see how large this water slide decal really is. There are like cute little frame music girl water slide decals in here. that's cute. I don't know where they belong, but that's cute. Okay, so for now I'll let this slide. I did not see the clear part in the first place, so it's okay. So that we can now combine those two elements into one larger hand. Okay, something like that. So what's the time? Almost 11:30. Well. So I guess I can finish this arm and the second arm as well. I need an arm joint. Those are the D runner. Or those are now like flexible things. Flexible things. Oh. I have to read something. The other faceplates were thicker, so with the newer ones we can press the banks down properly. There's a gap. Back then Androids were compatible with... okay. Chibi figures. Similar to... Oh, I did not know that. Because there was cross-compatibility. Can't speak today. Cross-compatibility. It's a shame that they discontinued the line because I had a lot of articulation, not better articulation than Nandroids. Nowadays Nandroid dolls are basically filling the... okay, so so they killed it off and did their own thing. Huh. Yeah. I don't know if like Nandroid dolls is still running strong, to be honest, because for like the last couple months I did not see any major releases for Nandroid dolls that like reached me, at least. So nothing like, because I don't scour the internet about new figures every day, but if something really important happens, usually I notice. So yeah, there's no like thing where I said, oh, I need that character. So I don't know, maybe they spread their butter already too thin with all those like different lines, because they had like this sitting Nandroid line as well, those Swanko thingies, where it's basically just an Nandroid head on a fixed sitting body. Okay. Kind of like an Android noodle stopper, or like shelf sitter. Stole Kotobukiya's idea. And then they didn't pattern it well enough, I think. Poor Kotobukiya. Okay, now my least favorite parts, putting together hand joints. Such tiny bullshit. Okay. Yeah, but I also think, like, I don't know if Nando dolls were ever like that sales hits, so to speak. I mean, I like the concept. I even think about bringing a small Nandroid doll to Japan to take photos with her as a travel companion, because I think this is like the real highlight of those figures, that they can be really good travel companions instead of like full-sized like 1.3 or even like mini Dollfy Dreams and stuff like that, or even like 1.6 dolls, because the fact that they don't have real hair makes them so much easier to pose and to pack away and to travel with. So yeah. I mean, I don't have much time for this. I mean, don't have much time, but you know, it would have, I would have to seek it out, and I would have to commit to this. But if I could do like an Android doll, some character that I like, or some, you know, maybe some new one is coming out, but maybe I can change the face to one of those, like, because there was this experimental Nandroid line where they have the cutout faces with the glass inlays for the eye chips, like to make them basically look like real, like ball jointed dolls, proper ones. And I think that's a cute look. But from what I've understand is that those are items that are all sold separately, so you can't really get this in a set. You have to seek it out and combine it. It's often the case in the doll hobby that you just don't buy it as a fixed item. You just have to mix and match and do it your own way. That's okay. So now we have like a little glove thingy that can be a bit articulated, even though, I mean, it's okay, I think. It's a bit hard to do this cylindrical cuff that comes into front, but it's okay. So now let's do this a second time. I was surprised that Nandroid dolls come completely naked and you have to dress them yourself. Actually, interesting fact, this wasn't always the case. The first like dozen releases, like the earlier ones where they just did like their own OG characters, they were packed like Nandroids, like normal Nandroids, where you had like a window box so you can see in it, and they were fully dressed. But of course, and I have to give this to them, it totally makes sense. First, of course, yes, it is a reduce of labor cost, because someone has to dress each and every doll. This can't be done by a machine or by a robot. So someone has to sit there and dress up every doll and pack it nice into the package. It's much easier to just undress the doll, put in a completely sealed box so that you have only a graphic. It also looks nicer, in my opinion. I don't really like those window boxes that much anymore. But the second part, and this might be a plus side for the consumer as well, some of the clothes tend to stain the doll body, especially if it's like pressed onto the body and really tight in the package over a long period of time. So I guess people are okay with that. That you first, of course, you want to dress because it's a dress-up doll. So why don't you want to dress it up, especially for the first time? It might even require some like fluffing, or like doing some like steam ironing or something like that to get out the wrinkles, or to make it more, to give it more volume, so to say. But yeah, the first couple Nandroid dolls were actually fully clothed. So I noticed this shift as well, because it looks a bit creepy if there's the naked doll body. But yeah, I guess that's the difference between like an Android doll and a Barbie, because I guess a Barbie doll must be fully clothed still, because, you know, it's marketed towards children, and they might not be comfortable with clothing their doll, and also they might not want to see a naked body. You know, the parents might revolt, so to speak. So, but yeah, it might cost also a bit more. The only Android doll I've ordered for myself so far is Fern. So And now I have to pre-order Sakura Miku in traditional Japanese outfit. Sakura, yeah, is it the one with the yeah? Oh, ooh, oh, did not see that one. Ooh, that looks really nice. Okay, okay. I mean, it's a bit specific, of course, because of the kimono and the Sakura theme. So, yeah, but oh, that looks really nice. Huh. Okay. Because there was this business inspired outfit of hers, Sakura's themed, and I wasn't biggest fan of that, but that looks really nice. I've also set my mind that next year I will not order as many figures as I do now, and I will just save up a little bit of money and maybe just order some bigger figures like 1/4, stuff like that, to fill out the bigger spaces in my showcase, to have some really nice centerpieces. And of course there are also like those like really expensive figures that come with the fully closed kimonos from this Japanese brand that also does the real kimono clothes for people. So yeah. I mean, I like kimono as a thing. It's so colorful and it's so nice to look at. Maybe I can buy a happy when I'm in Japan, and I find one like a. I mean, there are all sorts of sometimes there are all sorts of like anime inspired happies, but maybe I can find a more traditional one. Okay, so let's see. I have to take care that I just do this in the right direction. I would not have thought that it takes so long to complete this, to be honest. But I'm really glad that I'm not so speedy with those builds. So I have a little bit of time to get used to it and to not build something new each Monday. That would be really stressful in terms of logistic, how to get all those kits. So I can just plan ahead a little bit better. Maybe it will take until end of August, maybe. Nah. Or maybe. Who knows? But yeah. I mean, the cool thing about Nandro dolls as well is the little magnet that comes with the feet, so that they can stand on their own in many cases. Sometimes the head, especially with like those Miku figures or figures that have a bigger hairstyle, like big twin tails and heavy parts on them, sometimes the joints of the legs are a bit too loose and do not support the weight as well, so the figure tends to sag down. That's a bit annoying, because as far as I'm concerned, there's not really a way to tighten those joints. Because like with the bigger dolls, you can just simply maintain the inner frame and tighten some screws a little bit if it comes loose over time. But yeah. But for what it is, it looks cute. I mean, I wasn't always the strongest advocate for fabric cloth on smaller figures, but nowadays I guess they pretty much figured it out what looks good and what doesn't. Aoki also showed me some of the Chinese model kits that also now tend to come with real fabric clothes, and they look really good because they are not like just sack of clothes that look like, you know, like you put a sack on, that are very detailed in terms of like body contour, because they are more like already like kind of plastic shaped parts but made out of fabric, so like already trimmed and styled in a way so that it looks good. It might not be the most like versatile thing to have, but at least it looks good. Like a scarf that is already blowing in the wind and stuff like that. Okay, so now we have the remaining arm parts. We are so good into the time. Let's see. Can't wait to be in the office again tomorrow, where the air conditioning is. What was this? I've heard something. Some creepy noises here. I mean, there are still so many parts left for the speakers and stuff like that, so this is far from over. Maybe it's inside the headphones, the noise, inside the music, because I'm like, is there something going on? That was a strange noise. But now it's gone. I mean, it's almost midnight, it's almost ghostly hour. I mean, it would be also cool if I can just buy a blank Nandroid body, because you can buy them as a blank body kit as well, and do the face with the eye chips, with the removable eye chips, and then maybe come up with my own OC character, you know, the Toshiko thingy, the mascot from Moore University. But then I basically have to like ask my mom if she can sew the doll clothes, and those are quite small, so it's not like sewing doll clothes for the smart doll, where it's more like actual sewing but sized down to a third. But those Android doll clothes are more like you know, crafting rather than sewing. It's more like, you know, working with Velcro and shortcuts. And I guess there also are no like sewing patterns available, that you can just do the base work. Or maybe I have to find someone who can do this, commission someone. The commissioner is in the office. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to Friday, not only because of the stream on Friday, but also because I'm looking forward when the week is over, because Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe also Friday afternoon, there's quite some workload, because we are finally got an appointment with the tree trimmer, and we will have to remove two of our trees in the garden, like the large ones, the old ones. Two large pine trees, like 15, 20 meters in height. And yeah, that's quite a hassle to do now, especially now since everything is so nice and tidy. And it's a small confined space, and I guess it will be interesting to see how they do it, to not like destroy everything, because there is like a garden shed as well next by, so yeah. This would be interesting. And of course, when they are gone, we have to clean up everything, because once you have like a motor saw, the sawdust is everywhere, and they have to cut the tree. Not once, not twice, I have to cut it a couple dozen times to remove the stem, because they basically have to carry it all by hand outside the garden, so poor bastards, poor bastards. And of course we also have some heat weather as well, so it's not so nice to work outside anymore. Hopefully there will be no thunderstorms on this day, because the weather is getting more and more unstable by the rest of the week. And hopefully we have a good wind, so that most of the things are blown away to other to the neighbors. But you never know. You never know. Okay. So let's put together the arm, and then we go to bed. Go to sleep. Go the fuck to sleep. If you recall the Samuel L. Jackson reading of a famous child's book. Go the fuck to sleep. Okay. Like this, okay. Like this, and like that, and like this, and like that. Okay. So the glass panels, I have to take care of the glass panels to not lose them in the heat of the battle. And she has a strange little piece here as well, the last one on the E-runner. Some kind of buckle up. Oh. I know this is premature celebration, but no parts fell to the ground today. That's a nice thing. I don't have to spend virtual bucks. I mean, it's not over yet, but let's stay focused. How does this, like... This has such bad graphics sometimes. Okay, it's like pointy thing upwards, okay? This is where our 0-1 tattoo comes into place. So now the second cuff and arm joint. Almost midnight. Okay. And then we have the runners with this one. So there is one extra hand joint. How generous, how generous. Or maybe it's a free-handed Miku, who knows. Some extra hand stored somewhere. That's a thing I really don't get with those model kits, that they come with so few spare joints. I mean, they can give you a whole runner in a different color because, you know, maybe it's needed in another version of her, I don't know. But they can't like provide you with like 5 spare like joints for all of the ones. So I mean, I guess they are compatible like in between, so if you collect them from different kits, you can really never run out of joints, like an Android neck joints or something like that, but still. I mean, I guess you can also buy them in Japan. Like going to IKEA and pick them from a wall. Like screws. It's like one of those like white cartoon hands, like a Mickey Mouse hand. Huh. Sorry. So now we have like 2 little arms, and I guess now we can just stick the arms to the... Now we have to build the feet, but let's stick the... What's with that picture? Oh my god. Model kit pricing is based on how much was used to make it, so more plastic, higher price. So they do quite a bit of budget. Really, I mean, I thought that's just like standard parts. I don't know if it's just that. Oh, that scarf is like really loose. I guess it's better if I put the hand on. Yeah. Okay. Here we have a little Miku body. And I guess we can also try to put the head on. So at least the scarf will not come loose constantly. Oh, okay. Here she is. With twin tails instead of legs. Well, well, well. So I will build her legs next Monday. And all the other additional parts like speakers and microphone stand. And then we will see. Besides the clothing with Chinese action figures company, I've seen that they've done a big trend where most of them are silicone body. Oh, huh. Yeah, silicone, like vinyl or stuff like that, like flexible. All the best. I don't know if it's like a thing that holds up over time. We will have to see about that, because once you introduce like what's it called in English, like softeners, I guess, into plastics, then yeah, it becomes soft, but it also becomes, I guess, much less durable over time. So we might end up with some gooey figures like we did in the last decade or 2 decades ago, and some of them just try to get back into raw oil. Yeah, nowadays I guess figure is holding up quite well. Yeah, I guess with all plastic, I mean, I've seen videos from people that are showing off some 3D printed parts, like normal PLA and stuff like that, and it's crumbling under their fingers like it was never there. So nothing is meant for an eternity. Just buy new kits, build them, display them, or just get rid of them at some point and then buy new kits with the money and repeat the cycle. Just be good little consumers. That's all we can do for the foreseeable future, and if we do it correct, then there will be no foreseeable future in the long run. So it's all good. It's all good. We are getting there. So yeah, thank you so much for being here for the stream. Next stream will be on Friday for full time, when I will put some stickers and some graffiti, hopefully, on this diorama of mine. And maybe I have to build the upper portion as well. I took a little picture and I've seen, oh, there's still something missing. But yeah, maybe I can do some stickers and decals and graffiti, some spraying with the diorama. So I'm looking forward to this. And for the rest of the week, I wish you a good week. Have a pleasant night, and I will see you again on the next stream. Bye bye. Where is my end card? Is it this one?